because just be patient and
Yeah.
take your profits. And I was notorious for letting winner or losers run and
Yeah.
stopping winners.
Yeah. But it falls back in the category, Philip, on what is it that we're trying to achieve? Are we scalpers or are we swing traders?
100%. Yeah.
And if you're a scalp, I look back and I pull up my stats, and yeah, I may have some 10-point runs every now and then, but for the majority of them, my average is only about 2 or 3 points.
Sure.
And if I stay with that 2 or 3 point average in there, even though it runs higher, I'm better off.
Well, you are.
It just keeps mounting up.
Yeah. Well, even $200 a day, let's just put a figure at it, 5 times, that's 1,000 a week.
Yeah.
And you got at least 50 full weeks of trading days.
Yeah.
You got 50 grand. That's not gonna, cause you to retire unless you're already retired and you're just looking for some extra spending money. That's going to be pretty nice. But if you start scaling that, as your account grows, and don't get greedy,
that's it.
It's
amounts up.
Yeah. Who doesn't like to hit a home run? Those are neat and sweet, but if you don't put your stops in, you're going to keep wiping your account out.
Yep.
Just ask me how I know.
Yep. I'm familiar with that. Way back there when I started, I went to all these classes and stuff, and I heard these people talking about wiping out their account. I blew my account. And I'm going, why did you blow your account? Why didn't you stop?
Yeah.
And I said, I'm never going to blow. Knock on wood, so far, I've never blown out an account. I've took some big hickeys, but I've never blown one. I've always quit before then. I said, I'm not going to do that. That just doesn't make any sense to me.
You're a better man than I am. I let my emotions get a hold of me. And what's frustrating is you had it right. You were just way too early, and you didn't have enough margin to carry it out. And sure enough, it turned, and it's above where you were going to get out at. And that's getting control of your emotions.
Yeah.
And as Saul says, just be patient and wait for it to come to you. And if you're wrong, be gone, right?
There's a guy on YouTube. His name is Oscar Carboni, and he's been in the trading business a long time. Yeah. But anyway, in his videos, he's standing up there waving his arms, hollering, "Emotions are out, stops are in." I'm going, that is so true.
Oh, so good. Yeah. It's the times I've been yelling at my screen in the market. Die, you pig, die.
Now.
Pop now. It's like they didn't give a rip about my emotions.
I remember when I first started, I was taking a class, and I says, well, how do you make it go down? And the guy says, well, see this little line right here? You pick it up. He had a horizontal line up there, and you pick it up and you bring it down and you pound on top of that bar. It usually works. I'm going, do what? And he started laughing. He says, you don't make it do anything. You just hope that it goes in that direction if that's where you want it to go.
Oh, my goodness. That's so true. Yeah.
Yeah,
it's definitely stuck in this 3 or 4 or 5 point range right now.
I had 64 and 66 in there.
Yeah.
And
is it going to go back down and touch that early open? Or from the news?
Well, I don't know, but looking at it from yesterday and today, we should hit the top of this sometime today, probably go up in the 80 range, and we should hit the bottom of this. Now, is it going to do that? I don't know.
What was yesterday's close? It was 88?
88.75.
Yeah, I thought I had seen that. And what was the settlement price?
That was the settlement price. Let's see, 64.80. Yeah, 64.88.75.
Okay, that was settlement. Okay. Well, it usually likes to go find that sometime during the day, but it doesn't mean it will have to.
Yeah. And that's something else that I guess I've appreciated in this room. It's just, yeah, what we think may come to pass, but it
Right.
doesn't have to come to pass when we think so.
Yeah. Yeah. And unless you got a huge account and you can wait it all out, you're
Yeah,
best to just stick with the rules. It may not be as sexy and glamorous, but it sure is.
sure
It's a
saves your
better.
count.
It sure does, and it saves your bacon in the long run too.
A lot of times I have to ask myself, do you want to be right or you want to be profitable?
Yeah.
I'm going, well, I'm in this to make money. I'm not. So I've had to wrestle with the theory of not coming in with a bias.
Bias.
But,
Yeah.
I can't look at a chart and say, okay, it should be doing this without having that bias. And then I go back and say, okay, it comes to a level. We trade the level. We have a bias. So
Yeah.
it's learned to temperament that bias. And Saul said something early on that it's kind of like Oscar. Know where you're wrong. That's
Yeah.
before you even get in the trade. Say, if I get in here, where am I going to get out at?
Right.
And so,
Yeah, and that's of course I blame it on my Irish background. I'm stubborn
I,
and
I can relate.
just get so willful and I can't be wrong, and it's like, yeah. So
Yeah,
you got
that little I want to be right syndrome affects all
yeah.
of us.
What's the old saying? It says, I found the enemy and it is I.
That's it. In my case, spades. I am my own worst enemy.
There you go.
Let me get out of here. Let Mr. Saul in.
All right. Good talking to you, Don.
Take care, Philip. You have a
Yeah.
good day.
You too.
Morning, Phoenix.
All right. Good morning, everyone. Well, bad PPI number, as bad as the good unemployment number. Let's see who's going to fire today. All right. Let's give you our levels for this morning. Our pivot this morning is 64.62. Upside resistance at 70, 77, 84, 92. 92, and then 60, 502. Support below 54, 42, 31, 21, and 13. Pivot 62, 64, 62. Support 54, 42, 31, 21, and 13. Upside at 70, 77, 84, 92, and 6502. All right. Very missed PPI number, which is PPI stands for the uh, producer price index, with the wholesale number versus the CPI number, which is the retail number. So wholesale number, they were expecting plus 0.2, came out at plus 0.9. That's a big miss. Year to year, they were expecting 2.5, came out at 3.3. Core expected plus 0.2, came out at plus 0.9. And then the year to year core, they're expecting 3.0, came out at 3.7. All those bad numbers for inflation. Uh, Not good. As we uptick here a little bit, we have the 70 area, some resistance. Again, the market's opening up here, so be a little bit careful with the quick rotation up here. You can see our blue band and our hourly coming in there at 74. So keep that in mind. And there are the levels in the chat for you. Quickly coming up here to the 70 area. If you're very, very aggressive, remember there's a lot of volatility in the first bar, and we're getting that right now. So be careful if you're trading it. Work in the 70 area. Not get to 7. Well, no, we might. Maybe not. Working his first little resistance area here. All right, quick little rotation there against the. So it got up to 70. You have to get in there at 69, obviously. Had a quick rotation, so be careful there at 70. 69, you got a couple points here. Take some profits, especially in the first bar. All right, nice rotation there against the first entry point. Got up to 69.75 there against the 70, unfortunately. For those of you at 70. So nice rotation there against the 69 entry point. Again, we like to scale in around there just because we have to sometimes. We're not going to be perfect. All right, I would be careful there at 70 if it goes back up there. Maybe try to do anything up here. Maybe do 74, which is a blue band if you're very aggressive. Otherwise, wait. Downside support will be down at 54 here. Again, the nice rotation against our first resistance area up here. And we talk about scaling in around there only because I said we're not going to be perfect here. Well, it's I don't know if it's swallow, but maybe it's not the right. Maybe you got a little too anxious. Maybe you had some anxious issues when you were younger.
That's it. That is it. It's my childhood. My parents say you need to wait. You can wait on that.
Sorry, I had to go. Sorry, I went there. I'm sorry.
Hey, do you do therapy on the side, Saul?
What else could it be? I couldn't figure out anything. There's no other explanation for this.
There isn't. Yeah, I just got triggered. I got to go to my closet and put my thumb in my mouth.
All right. Well, I mean, that's why you're here, right? For me to give you explanation. I don't know.
You're sounding much better. I'm glad you're feeling better.
Yeah, a little bit. It's still, it's the lingering effect.
I know. I hate that stuff. It's just nasty.
All right. Let's see if we have any other numbers coming out this morning besides that outrageous number. That was just as big a miss as the unemployment number. Corrections, but the other way. All right, so now we're just kind of hanging back here. There are FED speaks later on this afternoon at 1 o'clock, just one person. And there's nothing else coming out today.
This thing makes you feel like a little kid in the back seat on a trip. Are we there yet? Are we there yet?
Yeah. Trump is going to speak later. Trump talks every day. He just loves to get in front of the podium.
He's not tweeting as much as what he did.
He doesn't have to. He's talking every day. He talks every day. He's in front of the press every day. Some of his handlers, I'm sure, would rather him tweet than talk. I don't know if tweet is the right word. All right, well, we did get up to 71 there. Top ended at 70. You can see our blue bands come in there at 70. You now be a little bit careful here at 73 or 4. I'll probably look at 77. You can see our blue band hourly come in there at 82. Get a nice recovery here in the market if it absorbs this inflation number and discounts it, rotates back. So we have no other numbers coming out this morning. And coming up here, touching our blue band again for your blue banders. Nibble at it. Trade it small if you're going to trade it at all. Otherwise, look for the 77. All right. Again, upside resistance up there at 77. See what happens. If you're nibbling here at the 74 area. All right, at 74. See, kind of looking at it a little nicely here. If you are so inclined. All right there, Philip. Next area we're kind of focused in on is the 77. The bond market here kind of holding its own, considering they're up to a 116 handle, so it's up there.
Got a
Coming back
14.
down here. What was that?
I'm sorry, we got a 1497 VIX this morning.
1497. Yeah, well, it's inched up a little bit from 14. we're going down. So
Do you have a way to tell what the VIX is based on what the price is doing?
no, I mean sometimes no, I can't. I'm sure there is a way, but I don't know how they even come up with that with the index. I have no idea. I don't even know what goes into it. So
The reason I ask is, you said, well, we ought to be trading about a 15, 16 VIX. And it's kind of like you just have a feel for what the market's done to,
no, to create that level, no, I
yeah.
can't.
I just look over at the VIX index. That's the only way I
Yeah,
know how to get it.
that's all you got to do. I mean, why do the work when you have somebody doing the work for you?
Yeah. You ever put it on a chart and look at it?
No, it'd probably be.
It's wild.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure people trade it too.
You think the NASDAQ looks like a wild rodeo out there? Put that
Yeah,
VIX on there and look at it.
yeah. No, that's okay. That's all right. You like that stuff anyway, so
Oh, I like looking at it. I'm not about to trade that stuff. I'm going,
yeah,
I don't understand this.
yeah,
You look at the water and there's way too many sharks in it for me.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I admire people that can trade, the oil, the gold, and the NASDAQ and the ES, and they trade all of these things. I'm going, I can't do that. I have
Hmm.
enough trouble with just one market, much less all these others.
Yeah, yeah. No, I agree. I don't know how people. Some of those markets are tough to trade.
Yeah. How's Gabe doing? You talk to him?
Actually, I'm going to see him in a couple weeks. We're getting together, so
Good.
he's doing okay. He does a lot of. He's actually a very accomplished archer,
Yeah, that's what she was telling me.
right? He he's nationally acclaimed, believe it or not, which I wouldn't have never known knowing him for so many years. I mean, I knew he played golf because we played a lot of golf together, but I never knew he was until I guess after he stopped trading as much, he started doing that more often, and he started teaching, and he started participating in some events. And then they went to national events, and he's like a very accomplished archer.
Yeah, I would love to sit down and visit with him for a while.
Yeah, he's a very smart guy.
Just ask him about archery in itself. Yes.
Yeah, he's. I mean, he's a. If there's a explanation of calling him a pro, he's a pro.
Yeah.
That's only. I mean, he is. That is on a
Growing
net.
up, as kids, we had bow and arrows,
Yeah.
and we actually hunted with them, and couldn't hit squat, but we hunted with them anyway.
You would love talking to him. Then.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
he's got the fancy equipment and everything.
I know the equipment nowadays is just it like, man, what's all these pulleys for?
Yeah, so you don't miss.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we are kind of market's trying to decide what it wants to do. This is about halfway from uh, the move from the top to the bottom here. Just by eyeballing it here on the 5 minute, let's see what the real number is. And it started up here at let's just say 91. Let's see, yeah, 92. Let's say, and all the way down here to um, 54, 40, 30. 38, 19, 70. Yeah, 73. 73 is right here is the middle of this whole move. So we shall see what it wants to do here. Hey, Anthony, you around?
Yes, I am. Good morning.
How you doing?
All
I'm going to ask you a favor. I need to cancel today and tomorrow and do Monday.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
Okay, sorry about that. I had,
Yeah.
shit. I've been gone a week. I was sick, and then all of a sudden I got some stuff that I was putting off, and then I can't put it off anymore, so I have to get it done. And I'm sorry. I really am. I was sick the other day. I was okay. I did have everything done that day. That day we canceled, but I was not feeling well. So I appreciate you giving me a chance to get better. And obviously, I did get better. I feel better, uh, but we'll do a couple lessons next week for sure. Monday,
Yeah, no, yeah.
Monday. If it's
No,
we'll do Monday for sure.
yeah, no worries. I got probably about a dozen questions.
Okay, great. Definitely keep them handy, and we'll answer them all.
Sounds
Thanks.
good.
I
Thank
appreciate
you.
it.
No worries.
All right, no, we're coming up here to the 77 area now. See what we want to do up here. Again, this is an interesting rotation back if we um, come back here from this very bad number and work in the 77 area here now a little bit. Bonds are coming back, but they started at a higher place and 116 handle. It's a nice little move here, but coming back here. So they're just giving back a little bit, even though they are down their lows. Let's see if they continue to downtick here because that was, I think this number was really very bad as we try to get a little bit of a rotation here against the 70. Obviously, we did not get up to 77, got up to 76 change up here. Kind of the same situation as the 70 area. See what it wants to do up here now. All right, coming up here to the 77 area. It's trying.
Did you have a 79 today at all? Did you see it?
Yeah, it's my backup actually.
Okay.
All right, now we'll come up here to 77. Make sure we keep our stops in place. All right, keep your stops in place and look for the next opportunity. So all we can do here. Got our green band and hourly coming here at 83. Our next level on the upside up here is 84. We got 83 in our blue band and our hourly. All right. Again, got 84 here. Keep your stops in place because we're not going to love any trade we put on. There's always going to be another opportunity. Coming up here to the 84 area now. It's a pretty impressive rotation back here after these numbers, even though the bond market's not reacting in kind.
You know, that bond chart makes a whole lot more sense than the S&P chart does.
Yes. Ooh. Okay.
Yes.
Sometimes scratch is good.
Let there be light.
And that one didn't feel too good for a while there.
Yeah, I'm going to have to leave early. Y'all have a good day.
All right, there. Take care. We'll work on that farm. What are you planting this year? What do you got going?
Right now, nothing. We're just we finished with watermelons and peas and okra and tomatoes, and we've done all of that stuff. And cucumbers. Now we're just I may plant some mustard greens here in a little bit, another month or two. But other than that, we're pretty well finished.
All right. Sounds like a lot of work for me.
It is. It is. I give it. All the neighbors come down and they get what they need, and I just enjoy growing it.
That's nice.
And you tell people, look, it's out there. Go pick it. Well, I look. You want it? It's out there. Go pick it. It's hot. I don't want to go pick it. And so there's a couple of neighbors that take me up on it. Say, okay, we'll come. And so far they have been keeping it clean. I'm going, hey, that's what we're looking for. There's no sense in letting it go to waste.
Right. Oh, that's nice. Well, you're a nice guy. That's all I can say.
Oh, and it helps me out. Like I say, I like to see it grow, but
Yeah.
I can only eat so much of it, and put up so much of it, and it's
Well,
not like
I tell you that if I was living close to you, I'd be over all the time.
oh, you'd be more than welcome. It's just kind of like, please come pick.
Right.
Hey, I would be there, and I'd let him do the work, and I'd go. I need you to come up here and help me trap these raccoons to keep out of my sweet corn. My goodness,
Uh,
I tell you.
you want to trap them or you want to kill them?
Well, I trap them, and then they all have a lead deficiency. I discovered they all
Yeah.
need a dose of lead. Oh, gosh.
I'm sure Don has got some remedy for you.
Well, I know they make a little Diet Coke with a little bit of chemical in it but it'll get cats and dogs and anything else that drinks it.
It does not differentiate, but
it does not.
But usually they won't walk more than about 10 or 15 feet from where they got into it.
Yeah.
There, Philip, there is a trap. It looks like a pipe. It may be only about 2 inches in diameter.
The dog-proof traps.
Yeah. What it is the raccoon has to put his hand down in there to get that sardine. You bait him with sardines.
Yeah.
Anyway, when he sticks his hand down in there, it grabs his hand, and he'll have the trap. I mean, it's got a chain on it and everything else. But let me tell you, when you walk up to him, he is some kind of mad. Don't get too close, because I mean, he is ferocious.
Yeah, everyone thinks they're so cute.
Yeah, they'll eat you alive if you're not careful. But yeah, it just grabs their hands, and the dogs and the cats can't get to it.
Yeah, yeah.
And I don't know what they're called, but they're it's just a pipe trap. It's about 6 or 8 inches long.
I think I've
it's got a stake on it. Yeah, you just drive them in the ground, and they work real well.
Okay, all right. Well, I got some live traps set. I've trapped 3, but they've got some. They haven't been going in them, and I went out this morning. I've got some corn just about due, and they didn't wipe me out, but there's nibbling at it now. So
try you some sardines or some tuna or some old tuna fish.
Okay. All right.
They like that smell for some reason.
Okay.
But pepper spray on your corn.
Pepper spray?
On your corn. It's a real hot pepper. You can put really hot peppers in a blender and then strain it and put it in water and spray your corn. Really hot.
Like crushed red pepper type deal? Okay.
Yeah. Or if you can get some fresh, like Scotch bonnets or something and handle with gloves, and you can spray that on there.
What about ghost peppers would work too, wouldn't they?
Yeah, any kind of really hot pepper.
Yeah. Okay. Hey, I'm glad I jumped in on this conversation here in the trading room. Thank you, Saul, for the wealth of information here.
Pots and pans work really good if they come in the house.
Oh, yeah.
It works for about a year. You have to do it 2 nights in a row, then it's good for about a year.
Okay.
Okay, then.
All right.
Who knew that we'd be talking about this today?
Who knew? All right. I'll let you.
Good luck.
Okay. Thanks,
Let us know what happens.
Hey, it's 8:59. I'm getting out of here. I've made my money. I'm going.
Okay.
Let's have a good.
Take care.
Good day.
Have a good one.
Bye-bye.
All right. So, like I said, if you have to stay focused here when you're trading, if you got stopped out on the 77, and then drop way back down to our blue band there, you had a reason maybe to jump in there against our blue band, and you had a nice little quick pop back up. So I know we probably got stopped out on the 77, which is totally understandable. And if you did, you had a nice quick rotation back. Got right back down to our blue band there. Hopefully, maybe some of you jumped in and made your money back on that rotation off of that blue band in the midst of all that conversation. So here we are, a multi-purpose room here, not just trading. Don left. Me and you, Maureen. Just you and I.
Hey, we do pretty good staying on point overall.
Yeah, no, this was obviously a good conversation. Somebody needed that information. You know, Philip needed it. Well, listen, we asked the right person. Don was here, and then you piped in. You know, you have that information also, so it's perfect. Perfect. Glad we were able. Hopefully, it helps them. I have no idea what you guys are talking about, but okay, that's fine. It's all right. Last time I was in a field, I was probably hitting my 9-iron out of a bush or something.
Well, that counts.
Yeah, that's about it. All right, so now we're just kind of hanging here. This little range. I mean, pretty impressive rally back, like I keep saying. We're coming up here at these interim highs. 84 is our next area that we're going to be focusing on. You see our the green band coming in there at 83. And the blue band, green band and hourly 83 in our, but we just got up to 82 and change there earlier, so be a little bit careful. All right, again, coming up, pushing up here to these interim highs, see what it wants to do up here. We're just kind of hanging here. Again, we've got a double top there. Be a little bit careful there at 84, the way this is playing itself out here. I don't know. We're just kind of hanging up here. Again, 84, but be careful here against 83 for sure because of the way it's setting up. If you're more risk averse, you're probably not going to take the 84 at all just because it looks like it could pop up to 92 if we get above here. So, kind of a weird price action over here. All right, they just couldn't. It definitely can't sneak its way up there, so be very careful there. It's 84 area the way it's playing itself out. Anybody has any questions, feel free to ask in the chat. We are trading many S&Ps. Take advantage of ebbs and flows if the market gives us any against levels that we get you see in the chat, and or price action trades. Yeah, I just kind of range bound up here. All right, they just are rotating off here. See what it wants to do. A little bit of trouble getting above this 82 area. And we had 84, so we're kind of missing it by just a little bit. So now the 84, a lot more tenuous, not as strong a level. We are still here. Sorry, I had muted myself when I was talking and didn't even realize. Got up to 85, the top end of that 84. Sorry about that. So thanks for thanks for pointing that out. And then it came off here a little bit, and now we're just kind of basically getting back in that range we were at right before we extended here just a touch. I said that if we were going to do anything around that 85 area, 84 areas, maybe you take the top end of that range, simply because. I mean, if you were going to nibble at anything, we were going to nibble at the 85 because the 83 and the 84 were definitely not going to play themselves up that way. So, but it is what it is, and came off of that 85. Again, like I said, if you're going to do anything against that 84, that was the only thing you were going to do, just because of the price action prior to that. Now we just drifted back into this range. So we have to see what's going to happen with this market. It came back very nicely. It's gotten right up here to the pretty much halfway point of the move. And now the market's trying to decide, are they going to, you know, uh, go back up, pretty much trade in the overnight range, or are we going to go and retest the lows and then react to this PPI number accordingly? So we'll see. A nice rally. You could have made a case. Again, we don't know which way these markets are going, but why did it rally off of a terrible number? It's still markets are very optimistic. Uh, People don't want to miss this move to the upside. You're hitting new highs. They're going to buy dips until the market tells them that's not the reason to buy dips. And so they wait for any dip that happens to be able to jump in there. And even though this number is not really a very hot number for inflation and for what's going on with how the Fed looks at stuff. So we go from 50 basis point cut now maybe to a 25 basis point cut with that number. Maybe. Now we're just kind of hanging here. All right. Well, we're just up into this range. Just kind of hanging here. We've been here for a good 40 minutes. And inched up a little bit to get that 85 area. And then just right back in here. So extremely quiet. Nothing to get too excited about. All right, just kind of hanging here. Upside, next upside, and we're looking at is up here at 92, which would go and retrace the whole move of today. Again, pretty impressive considering how bad this PPI number is and how the Fed looks at inflation. CPI number 2 days ago was kind of within line. Again, the difference is one is retail and the other one, this one is wholesale. And you would think that eventually the wholesale is going to trickle down into the retail. All right, 88.75 is the settlement price here. Let's see, like this is settlement price, so 88.75, and it got right up to 88 and a quarter. So kind of annoying. Yeah, trying to push up here. 92 upside resistance. Again, the 88.75 settlement price. No numbers coming out today. Just the Fed speak later on. You definitely pulled the plug on this one quick today. And again, that's because it rallies every time when it rally. Just don't seem to get too excited about the market, even after a big break like this. At least not today, anyway. Right, just kind of hanging up here. Again, rally markets are tough to trade. Keep saying that because they're just it's not. They don't just move around. Just kind of go one way. All right, now we're getting up here to the settlement price. Well, only if you're very aggressive, otherwise you're waiting for the 92 area. Okay, went up there, trying to uptick here. Looking at the 92 area, got up to 90 and change. To take the settlement price, giving you a little bit of a rotation here. A couple points there, got that settlement price, even though we almost got the 91 on the upside there, but not. A little bit of heat there. Too great. Just no, at least we had a little rotation there against the Sunman price. Did not get to the 91, but now we're just kind of hanging. Again, they just every time you get these rally markets, they just they know how to just do nothing. All right, quickly rotating back up here. Coming up here to the 92 area. And the 93, get up there, click the 93, see where it wants to go here. I mean, they came all the way back. It's pretty impressive for this market. Make sure you keep your stops in place. And working this little area here. Again, keep your stops in place. We're not going to love any trade we put on. I'm trying to turn over here a little bit. Take a lot of heat on this one. Okay. Again, like I said, take a little bit of heat on this one. Getting a little bit of rotation here. Well, they did break it down just a little bit for us here, giving us a little chance to get out. Maybe make a little bit of money on the thing. Definitely wasn't worth the risk, that's for sure. It gets back down to the 89. Get a good way to get out. And yeah, definitely lessen the risk here if you still have them. If you got out, so we understand, then you can use, well, we got up here 65.02, which is yesterday's high. And then above that, we've got 11 and then 18. If we start rotating. But remember, once we get up here, you are treading in uncharted waters. because we haven't been tested up here above anything above 65. So, like I said, nice rotation here in this market to come back and recover. The bonds are not doing anything though. Kind of a little. They're just totally just dead in the water. Well, we had to wait a little bit of time. We just had to waste we wasted 30, 40 minutes and had a little bit of a range. And they got themselves um, hung up there and just kind of traded through the top of that range, made a new high by a point, and then came back off. So hopefully you were able to hang in there with it. If not, you took your loss. That's fine. And anyway, we're getting here to the end of our morning session. That was a lot of nothing there for a while. All right. Well, that was an interesting kind of day, that's for sure. Nice rotation back. Had to use price action opportunities and respect the price action sometimes against levels. You had to make adjustments here a little bit. Got a whole array of things going. We did dip back down to our blue band, give us an opportunity. We went up to our blue band first time, came back down, came down to our blue band, rotated back up. So now blue band still kind of doing its job. Then we had a couple runs through. Kind of a weird day, that's all. But still not so bad. I think we traded small. It should have been okay. All right. Interesting week, to say the least. Pushing new highs. Market again, kind of discounting the that PPI number. We'll see how that plays itself out, and we'll get back here in a bit.
Hey, quick shout out to Nomi. Hey, Nomi, give us a quick sound check. I just sent you out a little description about what we do here and your trade along coach. Or I should say our trade along coach. Welcome to daytradingmarkets.org. For those that are joining us through our socials, come right into daytradingmarkets.org. We're doing a fly on the wall through our socials. While you're in our socials, like us, share us, repost us, help us get out of the box. You know, we just use your mic or your chat feature. You should have seen the posting of the levels. I don't know if you see them there. But take a read of the write-up that we sent. For those that are interested in the write-up that are in our socials, you got to come right into Zoom. We're here daily from 9 a.m. to 11. This is a group trade-along coaching session. Daytradingmarkets.org. Put that in your browser, pop right in. You get an email to your email you registered with to come in tomorrow, Friday. We're going to, right now, you know, it's 11 a.m. We're going to be coming out of our service and coming back tomorrow. So we're first going to come out of our socials. So if you're in our socials, write down daytradingmarkets.org and make sure you register to come in.